So there's a reward for overcoming that voice. So that it might not lead them astray from life into death. The second order, because they see the perplexity of which the souls of the ungodly wander and the punishment that awaits them. The third order, they see the witness that he who formed them bears concerning them, that throughout their life they kept the law with which they were entrusted. The fourth order, they understand the rest that they now enjoy, being gathered into their chambers and guarded by angels in profound quiet, and the glory waiting for them in the last days. The fifth order, they rejoice that they have now escaped that is corruptible and shall inherit what is to come. And beside, they see the straits and toil from which they have been delivered, and the spacious liberty that they are to receive and enjoy in immortality. The sixth order, when it is shown them how the face is to shine like the sun, and how they are to be made like the light of the stars, being incorruptible from then on. The seventh order, which is greater than all that have been mentioned, because they shall rejoice with boldness, and shall be confident without confusion, and shall be glad without fear. For they press forward to see the face of him whom they serve in life, and from whom they are to receive their reward when glorified. They're able to see the fact that Christ is going to give them their new bodies. They're going to stand with Christ. So when he said the dead in Christ shall rise first, that's them. That will get their immortal bodies to become part of the army that will judge this earth. Alright? So these teachings have become prominent through Satan. You have a second chance. I've been here before. You haven't been here before. When you say that, and I'm going to give you some examples. People think that because they don't understand what they're really dealing with. Why you have memories of past lives? You know why? Because the demons that have been floating through the earth since the flood have used many people.
Yes.
They have been in many people before you. So they give you thoughts based on past people they have inhabited. So people think they're deep because you have seen things from the past. No, that's the demon that have formed and become so much a part of you that you think it's you. Okay? One last thing, we'll go to the next one. This is a short one. This is Josephus. Josephus was a Jew. He was a brother that was paid by the Romans to be a blow-by-blow journalist on the fall of the Jews during 70 AD. It's like they paid like a Ted Koppel to record the destruction of his people, because they know that he was he was eloquent. They knew that he was exact, and the Lord used him. So at least this would not be a biased spin, a negative spin on what happened. Like they would give you a history story of what happened, and you won't get the real truth. So the Romans used Josephus to record his own people being destroyed. All right? He was one of the greatest historians and very spiritual man. I'm going to read this and go to the next one. He had a discourse in Hades. Discourse about Hades. Why? Because he was always discoursing against the Greeks. The Greeks had these crazy stories when people died, how they're entertained in Hades and different areas and all that, and how it's something you can look forward to. And Josephus was like, man, you don't even understand. Then Josephus said, listen, I'm going to show you what happens after death. And don't forget, let me get right to it. It says right here. Now, as to Hades, wherein the souls of the righteous and unrighteous are detained. So all the souls are detained in the center of the earth. It is necessary to speak of it. Hades is a place in the world not regularly finished. A subterraneous region. There's a movie coming out soon that's showing what happens in the middle of the earth. See the dinosaurs and all that stuff down there? You seen it? The commercial?
Yeah.
They know that the dinosaurs or evil hybrid animals made before the flood that was consuming mankind. They know it was an evil being. That's why the Lord told Noah, listen, only the animals that come and kneel before the ark you let in. Because Satan had his animals on the earth consuming gods. That's your dinosaurs. Because the giants were intermingling different animals. Reptilian animals and flying animals with beasts. To consume God's creation. So yeah, there was dinosaurs. They got destroyed in the flood. To prove that, the dinosaurs had little legs. They couldn't climb on mountains. Why are they finding fossils high in the mountains? The water drifted them after they killed them. So yeah, there was dinosaurs. I just wanted to hit that so that y'all can know that. From which circumstance that this region the light does not shine, it cannot be there, must be in it perpetual darkness. Let me go straight to the torments. In this region is allotted as a place of custody for souls, in which angels are appointed as guardians to them, who distribute to them temporary punishments agreeable to everyone's behavior and manners. So they're going to punish you based on your sins against the Most High. In this region, there's a certain place set apart as a lake of unquenchable fire, whereinto we suppose no one have hitherto been cast. So this place, no one can even deal with it until Christ throws Satan, his angels, and the false prophet, and those that oppose him in it. So it's a fire that everyone is looking at. This is where you're going to go. Here's your destiny. But it is prepared for a day afore determined by the Most High, in which one righteous sentence shall deservedly be passed upon all men. When the unjust and those that have been disobedient to the Most High and have given honor to such idols as which been in vain operations of the hands of men, as to God himself, shall be adjudged to this everlasting punishment. For there is in this region, at whose gate we believe there stands an archangel with an host, which gate when those pass through that are conducted down by the angels appointed over souls, they do not go the same way, but the just are guided to the right hand and are led with hymns sung by the angels appointed over the place upon the region of light, and which the just have dwelt from the beginning of the world, not constrained by necessity, but ever enjoying the prospect of the good things they see, and rejoice in the expectation of those new enjoyments which will be peculiar to every one of them, and esteem it in things beyond what we have, and whom there is no place of toil, no burning heat, no piercing cold, nor any briars there, but the countenance of the fathers and of the just. This place we call the bosom of Abraham. But as to the unjust, they are dragged by force to the left hand by the angels allotted for punishment, no longer going with a good will, but as prisoners driven by violence. So they're beat on the way there. To whom are sent the angels appointed over them to reproach them, and threaten them with their terrible looks, and to thrust them still downwards. To thrust them still downwards. Now those angels that are set over these souls drag them into the neighborhood of hell itself, who when they are hard by it continually hear the noise of it, and do not stand clear of the hot vapor itself. But when they have a nearer view of this spectacle as of a terrible and exceeding great prospect of fire, they are struck with a fearful expectation of a future judgment, and in effect punished thereby. And not only so, but where they see the place of choir of the fathers and the just, even hereby are they punished. For a chaos deep large is fixed between them, like we read in Luke. Insomuch that a just man that have compassion upon them cannot be admitted. So the righteous look at their own families over there tormented and can't do anything about it. So we have to make this life right. Alright? So we got the thing on hell. There's a lot more, but we got too many questions to go our way into. Anything else on hell? All right.